This video explains how to calculate the gain or loss on the disposition of an asset. By now, hopefully you understand what depreciation expense is, what a fixed asset is or a long-term asset. You understand accumulated depreciation and the fact that accumulated depreciation is a contra asset. As the example we've got here shows, we've got accumulated depreciation and a fixed asset. And this is an example for the Amazing Consulting Company. So the first thing we need to talk about is book value, BV. And the book value in this problem is a simple calculation of the fact that we have a $5,000 copy machine, and throughout its life we have accumulated depreciation expense of $4,000, so the book value is $1,000. And that book value is found, this is a zero. That book value is found by subtracting the two of these. Remember, this is a contra asset. Okay, so in our problem, what we're showing is that the Amazing Consulting Company has this copy machine and it sells for $700 in cash, and we need to record this transaction. So I'm going to erase all the transactions on this screen, and we're going to go back and do the calculation because it's a very simple one. Note there's a circle on top of this T account, which means we need to add a label. So in doing this calculation, I want to remind you that this is just a partial set of financial statements. This is just a partial group of accounts for the purpose of demonstrating one transaction. We could do the debits and credits in a general ledger, in a general journal account, but in this case we're going to use T accounts. So we're going to start with the easy part. It says that we sold it for $700 in cash. So I'm going to record the cash of $700. And next, since I've sold this copy machine, I'm going to remove it from the books, which means that now there's a zero here. I'm removing the associated accumulated depreciation, which means that there's now a zero here. Now I'm out of balance. If you were to look at this and you see the 700 as a debit and the 4,000 as a debit, well, add the debits up, that's 4,700. We have a credit over here of $500. So obviously I'm out of balance by $300. Another thing for us to do, though, is to go back and look at the book value. The book value is $1,000 for this copy machine. If we compare that book value to cash, we know that we have a $300 loss on when we dispose of this asset. A loss is like an expense, so it's a debit. Another way, again, to look at that is to add the three debits together, and they are equal to this one credit. So all that's left to do now is to determine what's going to go in the circle. What is the account title? And the account title of this one is simply loss on sale of asset. If you look at any set of financial statements, you will see this type of account title. I know that's kind of sloppy, it's hard to write on an iPad, but this is a simple transaction, and it happens on many companies. They have gains and losses on the sale of an asset. So again, selling a copy machine that has a book value of $1,000. When we sell it for $700, we have a loss. That loss is recorded here, and that's all that has to occur, is this loss is going to go on the income statement. It's very similar to an expense. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.